SADC troops in Mozambique are continuing their fight against insurgents in the Cabo Delgado region. In an exclusive interview with the SABC Deputy Force Commander of the SADC mission in Mozambique, Brigadier Dumisani Ndzinge appealed to SADC countries to keep supporting the troops. Brigadier Nzinge spoke to our international news editor Sophie Mokoena on the current situation in Mozambique.
We have our ground force, which is mainly made up of special forces from those four countries, Botswana, Lesotho, South Africa and Tanzania. We have air assets and then we have naval assets as well.
Since your arrival, let's start with when you arrived. In terms of assessment, what did you find? What was the situation?
Yeah, the situation was volatile, with daily reports of killings, burning of villages, looting, beheadings. It was very bad. But as soon as we got here and started our operations, the situation has come down.
How difficult it was to push back the insurgents?
It is not easy. These are guys who have been here for years, as you said at the beginning. They have well-prepared positions in the forests, well dug in and fortified. They've been staying in this forest for a very long time. They know their way around here. So as a foreign force coming in, you're bound to find booby traps and fall into all sorts of ambushes. So these guys were well prepared in their positions.
How difficult it was for you to understand the terrain?
I would say it was very difficult. However, the force we brought here, like I said, special forces. That is their territory. So they were up to the task. They were able to get into these difficult areas and flush these guys out. We have suffered one combat-related casualty on the 25th of September in the district of Nangade. We lost one soldier from Tanzania in combat. May so rest in peace.
Are you confident that you will win this battle?
We are degrading these guys. We have gotten into those forests and we are flushing them out of those well-prepared positions. We are actually doing it at the moment.
There has been a criticism that the SADC force, not much has been communicated in terms of perhaps progress made in dealing with this problem. But you have another force from Rwanda. They've been vocal, they've been there, and communicating challenges and also perhaps the achievements. What's the difference? Why there's this lack of information in terms of progress made?
I would say up to now, we have had our successes. Like I said, it was not easy. But like right now, up to this point, we've already been able to attack 3 insurgent bases out in the forest. We've already killed 20 insurgents, captured 2 who are in the hands of the local authorities at the moment. And we've been able to free 4 locals who were kidnapped from those forests. We've captured a lot of material, weapons, vehicles, documents, computers, telephones, memory sticks. Those are some of our successes to date.
Who is supporting them in terms of resources, but also looking at perhaps money? Where do they get support?
Well, for now, we haven't been able to establish a link with any external support. Like I said, we've captured a lot of their electronics, computers, phones. We are looking into those gadgets to try and derive some intelligence value out of that. And I believe we should be able to get that trace from there. I'm sure through those telephones, through those computers, there was communication between them and their financiers. So very soon we should be able to paint a picture, connect the dots.
Are these insurgents from Mozambique or outside Mozambique?
Most of them are Mozambicans. But from the documents we've captured in one of the bases, it shows that there are some people from neighboring countries.
Neighboring countries such as?
Well, one, Tanzania, we've been able to determine that some of them are people who originate from Tanzania, mostly.
This fight, this conflict right now, are you confident that it will not spill over to neighboring countries?
I believe this is the reason why the region found it fit to send us here, to try and contain it within Mozambique. I'm very sure neighboring countries, especially Tanzania, they are fighting this problem on their side. And remember, when I say people coming from Tanzania, I mean individuals. But Tanzania is one of the countries that are heavily involved in fighting this fight because it's a problem along their border with Mozambique. Cabo Delgado is the district or the province closest to Tanzania. So this problem exists along the Mozambique-Tanzania border. So Tanzania is an interested party in this, and they are fighting this on the side. And the intention is to contain it here so that it does not spill into other areas of the region.
You also have the Rwandan troops. What's the relationship? How are you working together?
The Rwandese are here at the invitation of the government of Mozambique on a bilateral. Samim is here on a SADC mandate. We work with Mozambican forces in one area. The Rwandese forces work with Mozambican forces in another area. We have clearly demarcated areas of responsibility. And as you can see, the Mozambican forces are the common denominator here. So all the coordination that's necessary is done through FADAM forces. But we have started efforts to engage the Rwandese forces to see the possibility of the three forces working together even closer than we are right now. But right now what we have is coordination through FADAM.
Is that not perhaps a problem or a weakness?
I wouldn't say it's a problem. Like I said, we have clearly demarcated areas of responsibility to make sure that there's coordination. Everybody knows where he operates. Where we operate close to each other, remember, we have FADAM forces with us. They have FADAM forces with them. So there's no problem of that. Of course, as a military man, I'll say the ideal situation is to have all the three forces sitting together at one table. And I wouldn't want to say it's impossible. We can do it, and we've started efforts to try and do that.
Is there a political will from leaders to bring these different stakeholders together so that your work is well coordinated?
I wouldn't say it's beyond us, the military. Remember, first thing I said, there's no problem on the ground. We have clearly demarcated areas of responsibility, so no problem exists on the ground. But in terms of enhancing and synergizing our efforts, I think it's still within us, military men on the ground, to do that. I want to say, first of all, to the people of Mozambique that SADC mission in Mozambique assures them of our commitment to seeing this problem to the end, and urge the region to continue supporting us. Those countries that already have troops on the ground, to continue supporting them. Those countries that don't have any contribution at the moment, to think of supporting the mission as we go forward.